That was really bad. Anyway, so we had dinner early, okay? So now we're like stuffed from dinner, but we're like, shoot, we still got to go get all these ingredients for the dishes on Sunday. So we got to start looking around. And we go to this first place, this first market, and we go in, and now here's the deal. When you go into a market that's not a usual kind of place you would shop, number one, you don't even know where anything is, and number two, they do things a lot differently. They sort things, and you're going through the aisles. You're like, we would think this would be in this aisle, but it's not here. Where could it be? Oh, by their logic, they put things in completely different order or whatever. So we're going through all this market trying to find all these ingredients. I swear to God, we were in there for like half an hour, and we had a list of maybe like 13 ingredients. We had like four. That's all we could find. I'm like, but this should have definitely been a place we could get this. Where is all this shit? So we're kind of feeling defeated at this point, kind of deflated. We found some stuff, but definitely not even close to all of it. And we're like, all right, well, what are we going to do? All right, well, there's another market we can go to across town. Okay. We drive all the way across town, go to a different market. All right. This market has more, and we end up getting, I'd say at this point, probably like 8 of the ingredients. Okay? But we still don't have like 4. They just don't have like 4 of them. And one of them is like, again, I wish I could tell you specifics. If I do, it's going to ruin the recipe surprise for Sunday, so I don't want to tell you yet. I'll tell you more when I try these recipes on Sunday. But basically, we're like, this one ingredient they absolutely positively should have, and none of these stores have it. None. Okay? So finally, we kind of gave up. We're like, this sucks because the whole point was to go out and get the ingredients, and now we didn't get like a third of them. So we decided what we're going to have to do is come home, and this is what we did. We came home, we go online, and now we're basically looking for any place online that would sell these remaining ingredients that we couldn't get in stores, but that will ship them fast. So now you're making concessions. Well, it's not really that, but it's kind of like that. Can we get that instead? What about this? Well, this one will come right away. And it was actually funny because, all right, I'm just going to tell you this. One thing, this is kind of a spoiler, but not really, okay? One of the things we're going to do is a drink out of the 3. Okay? No, it's not 3 drinks we're doing. One of the items we're going to do is a drink. So we actually wanted to do something special and get like a glass or a cup for it to put it in, because I don't really have anything good in the house that would be like visually good for it, right? So my wife goes online to find something, and she keeps finding things perfect, but they only come in like packs of 24 or packs of 12. She's like, we don't need 12 or 24 cups. Where would we even put these? And I was like, yeah, and the thing is, they're cheap. It's like, oh, a pack of 24 cups, like $10, $15. It's like, we don't need 24 cups. What are we going to do? What are we going to do with all of that? So, we had a time yesterday trying to get all the ingredients together for the fight. The good news is, as of the end of yesterday, we either have everything or everything's on order, alright? And it should be all coming in time for Sunday. So that's good. However, I'm going to just be honest here. I got a big question mark in my head about these recipes, because these are things that my wife has never made before. They are absolutely outside of the realm of a comfort zone of stuff that she's done. And I'm curious how they're going to come out. I mean, at least we're doing 3. So you figure if at least one of them comes out good, it's kind of a success. And let's be honest, if 1 or 2 of the recipes ends up not being so good, it might be funny for the show. But I'm a little nervous. It's like, we spent all that time. We even had to order shit online. And I hope that they end up being good for everybody, right? So it was interesting, all right? But I also question, again, you have to understand something. This is a Street Fighter cookbook. This is not, oh, a professional chef that's world renowned that knows what they're doing. This is some freaking, cookbook author just made a bunch of recipes and slapped Street Fighter names on them. As you're going to see, it's hilarious. Some of these recipes are like, oh, here it is, and here's who it relates to, and you're looking at like, what? Why? There's one, I'm not kidding you, one of the recipes, you ready for this? Bacon sandwich. A bacon sandwich is one of the recipes. Like make bacon, toast bread, put lettuce and tomato on it. That's a recipe, according to this cookbook. So you look at shit like that and you're like, I don't know, man. I don't know about this cookbook. I don't know if this is going to be something that people are going to be interested in or not. But we're trying. Some of the things we've done is very different than stuff that stuff I've never eaten before. All right, so We'll find out. We'll see this coming Sunday. So it was a very busy day yesterday. We spent most of the day out and about. Oh, by the way, some of the other things we did, like Costco. We had to go to Costco for like our bi-monthly run. We do it every other month. And we had to stock up on everything in the house. So we're going, we had tons of paper products and shit that we were stocking up on. So one thing we did get, a little different. Usually when we go to Costco, we get some kind of baked good that we have for breakfasts. Sometimes we get muffins. Sometimes we get their pastries. Usually it's, we try to get something interesting. And they had something new this time. They had a big loaf. And the loaf is blueberry lemon loaf. All right? So Kat looks at it. She's like, it's something we never done before. That looks good. You just cut into slices. We'll have a slice each morning for breakfast. Why not do that? Okay, let's try it. So we bought the loaf. We brought it home. This morning we went to eat it. I cut it up into slices. All right? I'm going to eat it. And we start eating it and we're like, there's something interesting about this loaf. And my wife's like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. She goes, it's exactly the same as their muffins. Yeah. It's completely 100%. It's the same batter as their muffins. It's no different. It's exactly the same. And we're like, so basically the muffins or the loaf, it's the same product. The difference is this has a topping of like lemon and some glaze on it. And it has some blueberries in it. But it's kind of the same as eating a blueberry muffin with some glaze on top. And we're like, oh, man, we're kind of disappointed. We were hoping it was going to be something different or special. And we're sitting there and eating it, and we're like, wow, it's just not that good, We were expecting something different or interesting, and this is just more of the same, essentially. So it was all right. Let's put it that way. But my wife's like, nah. We also bought some bagels at the grocery store, so she's probably going to have some bagels for the rest of the week. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I'll have some of this. I guess I'll be eating some of this loaf for the week. Kind of disappointing. See, if you buy the muffins, you could get 2 6-packs of muffins at Costco for like $10. This loaf itself was like $10, but it's definitely not the equivalent of 12 muffins. And if you get 12 muffins, you get 2 flavors. So now you got variety. While now it's just the one loaf. So it's like, it's disappointing. What are you gonna do? Sometimes you take a chance on something, right? And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. The loaf did not work out. It is not. Do not risk it all on a loaf. Let's just put it that way. Never risk it all on a loaf, because then you might be disappointed. That's my advice for you for today. Stop saying loaf. People are advising me to stop saying the word loaf. They're apparently finding it incredibly disturbing when I say loaf for some reason. I don't know why. You would think that loaf is a disturbing word. What's wrong with loaf? Loaves are good. You have a loaf of bread. You can have a cat that's shaped like a loaf, right? You could loaf around and be lazy. There's a lot of things you can do with the word loaf. I don't know what the problem is. People are very upset with me. My pronunciation is wrong. You're not supposed to say loaf. Oh, I'm sorry. Loaf. It was a loaf. A blueberry lemon loaf. My apologies. I pronounced it incorrectly. Okay.